From generation to generation, a legacy forged under the lights. Angels baseball lives on. Welcome to the Todd Fox Postgame Show.
Final out. No filter. The game's over. We're just getting started. This is the Todd Fox Postgame Show. Your home for raw reactions, real talk, callers, comments, and everything Angels baseball. We're handing out the Golden Stamos. And yeah, somebody's taking home the Nacho Night Award. From the opening rant to your calls, nothing's off limits. The Todd Fox Postgame Show starts right now.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome in everybody to the Todd Fox Postgame Show. I'm your host, Todd Fox. Man, oh man, I was ready to be excited about winning 3 out of 4. After yesterday's debacle, I thought the Angels would get a much needed win or just fall flat on their face and suffer a split with a team that you feel that you're better than. And just, you know, you can look at the talent, and yes, the talent is in favor of Houston as far as the kind of players that they could put together. However, the Angels, with an approach and with following the skill set of what you got, can be much better than, I believe, a team like even the Houston Astros. So with that being said, welcome into the Halos of the Infield post-game show. I'm your host, Todd Fox, and let me give you this because I got to be on time with something. Hey, I got something to say. The opening rant's going to start like this. The Angels blew yet another opportunity to get a win and win a series for the first time in quite some time in Houston. And Houston, we do have a problem because, I mean, look, Houston's not going to be all that great this year. I picked them to finish second, and I went out on a limb and picked the Angels to possibly win and be third place because I don't believe in Texas, and I sure as hell don't believe in Oakland. With that being said, though, just 4 games into the season, we have no idea what this team is going to be. You have no idea to tell me, and I don't either. It's all speculation at this point because you got a first-year manager. You have several players that are here on one-year deals, a lot of reclamation projects. You have a not-so-steady bullpen. You have a put-together, mismatched starting rotation, which – again, Detmers. Is he going to be deer in the headlights, Detmers, or is he going to be forced to be reckoned with, Detmers? Soriano came out and gave you the kind of start you want from him, but can he do that consistently? Kikuchi threw too many pitches, was out of there. And again, you need pitching that can get you more than 5 innings. More than 5 innings isn't going to do it. And then when you take the risk and say, okay, we're gonna use somebody in that DH role and still play Soler. And when you do that, you take the risk because in this game, you saw the very best of Soler and you saw the very worst of Soler. Would have Adele made that catch in right field? Possibly. He missed one there the other night. Would he have, so you saw a great diving catch by Soler, but then you saw him absolutely misplay one as well. And then you have decision making. Again, even if you have a veteran manager, there's going to be veteran managers that are going to screw up the replay opportunities. But you have a manager, which I'm going to harp on, Kurt Suzuki, first year, has no experience at any level as a manager, and you're throwing him in there with not only the rules that he knew of when he played, and he's only about, I think, 3 years removed from retiring. Maybe it's 2. I don't know. It's 3, something like that. And Kurt has to now learn new stuff as well. He has to freaking change his ways and understand, oh, this is how the ABS system works. Let me use my freaking challenges. And again, I criticized over the years Wayne Randazzo, and I've got on Gooby. I've done the whole, hey, and I've done the whole, Wayne's too nice or he's quiet and he goes to commercial, whether that's his producing that tells him not to say much. But then Wayne also surprises me and then will just come out there and be a real fan. Because a lot of these guys that you get from the East Coast and you ask them to maybe, broadcast, it'd be like sort of if we have Dominique, Dominique is on the Halos of the Infield crew. And he calls local games for Long Beach and other high schools and stuff like that, right? If you were to tell him, oh, you got to broadcast for New York or New Jersey, he would have to become a fan, put his fanboy hat on, and cheer on that team, or at least be favorable to him, be a little biased towards that team. But you don't really feel Dominique's true emotions. So with Wayne, I think he's absorbed being an East Coast guy, being a Mets guy. He's absorbed being an Angels fan. And I do appreciate that, because that came out in the very important eighth inning when Drew Pomeranz was up there. And by God, you got to challenge the fucking call. And Kurt Suzuki sat on his ass and was thinking about, maybe some Hawaiian Bowl that he's going to get after the game, instead of understanding the fact that, dude, that's a crucial call. When Mike Trout can challenge and be like that and be like, hey, I got to challenge it. That one was high. And he did it twice, and he won it in the same at-bat twice. Why didn't we do that? You had an opportunity right there, and the catcher didn't challenge. Kurt Suzuki didn't challenge. And it's like you missed an opportunity right there, because then lo and behold, the next batter just kills you. Soler can't make the play, and all of a sudden it goes from 6-6 tie to an 8-6 game, and then obviously they add on another run. It sucked. So blown opportunities for a team like the Angels. Whether you have faith in this team being good moving forward or you just think they're going to be decent, either way, this team's got a long way to go, and they're going to take these bumps, man. They're going to get their lumps where you're just like, God damn it, they missed another fucking opportunity. And again, what did we say in the offseason? I said, if this team, and all last year, I was like, if this team can score runs with the kind of pitching that they have, last year's pitching, if you would have gotten this kind of run support, and I know they win those games. However, when you're not pitching that great, the defense is shabby, and you're still scoring those runs, that means you got to come through, tighten up the defense, and you got to win on every opportunity that you possibly can, especially the ones that you now can help out. There is now, with Major League Baseball and the ABS system, an erasal of all these like Country Joe West and Angel Hernandez like calls. You can reverse all that fucking shit if you don't blow the freaking calls or the challenges earlier in the game. And they had these challenges available later in the game. You got to use them. I can't tell you that pitch was 100% a strike, but it sure as hell looked like it. They didn't use the T-Mobile reverse 360 to show you if it was a strike, but it was damn close. I'm pretty sure that ball caught at least a quarter of the ball in that strike zone. That would have been strike 3, and we would have went to extra innings, or possible, right? Now, in the 2 losses that they had, you scored 9 runs and 7 runs. That's encouraging. Through the first 4 games, yes, but it's against one team. Again, I can't gauge what this team is, because they could come out and either be gangbusters against Chicago, or they could look like shit and score 3 runs in 3 games. So I got to see them continue to be more patient at the plate, because if there's any takeaways from this, I'll say, you know what? I really liked what they did in these first 4 games offensively. Outside of game 1 and the 14 strikeouts, the last 2 games, although picking up losses, you had less than 10 strikeouts in both games. And you got, 7 more, you got 8 walks, actually. I'm sorry, you had 13 strikeouts today, so that was terrible. And we'll go through that. Again, strikeouts have to come down. I'm sorry, I missed on that one. So in 4 games, I think you had 14, 11, 8, and 13. So if I do my math, that's 27, the 38, 46 strikeouts in 4 games. You're still averaging over 10 strikeouts a game. That's terrible. That's got to come down. But the walks, though, are encouraging. Yes, they're striking out, but the walks, remember last year we were having 14 strikeouts, 2 walks maybe or less. In this series, they walked 6 times or more each game. You walked 8 more times today. That's putting pressure. That will generate runs, and by golly, it did. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 8 walks. you left 7 men on base. You went 5 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Houston left 9 men on, 5 for 16 with runners in scoring position. By the way, we will get to all the comments. Don't worry about it. But this is a series that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. This is a one, again, early in the season, but this team can't afford to be like, oh, it's okay. We're not the Dodgers to where they could just accidentally win, like they accidentally won 3 games against Arizona. I'm sorry, Team Japan. You can't just go out there and win on sheer talent. This team isn't built that way. You've got to grind them out. And with the bullpen having injuries, with the biggest pussy on the team and Stevenson not being able to realize that you have to battle through the kind of soreness that you have. He starts on the IL. Kirby Yates is on the IL. You got, Ben Joyce is on the IL. A lot of, even Alex Manoah's on the IL. You have a lot of pitchers that could be utilized right now that are not. You're asking Silseth to be a mid-relief guy, setup guy. Jordan Romano's your closer right now. So we didn't even get into the situation of having to get into a closing spot. You had to use Sam Bachman a couple innings. That's fine. I'm not criticizing some of these calls. However, you have a thin line of air. And the problem I've had in the last couple games is, yes, they scored 6 runs yesterday early, but then they fell off and they got stuck in a rut and they didn't get those 3 runs until the 9th inning with Shonawell's 3-run homer. Same thing happened in this game. You score 6 runs through the first 4 innings and go blank until the 9th inning when you put across a run. And we'll talk about that awesome Mancata at bat at the end of the game. Holy shit. I got a lot to say. So with that being said, let's run through the box score. Blah, blah gets the victory. Blue Blah, whatever the hell his name is. 2 innings in relief. He got 2 strikeouts clean. He goes to 1-1. Drew Pomeranz takes the loss, 0-1. He probably should have got out of that inning. King gets the save. Neto goes 2 for 2, including 3 walks. Okay, I don't like him still at that leadoff spot. I still think he should be protecting Mike Trout, but that's just me. Right now it's working, so what the hell do I know? 2 walks, 2 hits, like I said. Mike Trout got in there with a nice ringing single. He also walked, so that's a victory when you're getting that guy on more than once in a game. Shonawell went 1 for 3, but 2 walks. Again, racking up the walks. So Lair came in there. Again, this is what he's going to give you. A fantastic catch, but then a really terrible play that turned the tide. He went 1 for 5. The big one hit was bases clearing double, 3 RBIs, but he did strike out 3 times. Mancata, Yohan Mancata, last couple games, errors, and that's what we were talking about in the offseason. I like the guy as a hitter, but even then in the first 4 games, I can't say that. His biggest thing was, man, he's got to play better at third base. He's got to make plays. Routine ball last night cost us. Another routine one this time. Mancata is not hitting either. He's batting .071, 0 for 4 again. Joe Adell chipped in 2 hits. That's good. Josh Lowe. Again, as much as he was a nice little story that first game, getting the 3-run home run, 0 for 4 and 4 Ks. Yikes. Travis d'Arnaud hit a 1 for 3 and 2 strikeouts, unfortunately, because that's what he'll give you. That's why we need Logan O'Hoppe to be better, because d'Arnaud is not a starter, but he did hit a ringing double. Logan O'Hoppe came off the bench, did not hit. And then Adam Frazier. He got 1 walk, but had a terrible at bat. You have to bunt when the runner's already in scoring position at second base. And I forgot what inning it was in. I was yelling bunt, and he strikes out on a sweeper inside. I'm like, motherfucker, we're still not doing it. We still refuse. And that's what I should have asked Perry Manassian. I should have been like, dude, why do we not bunt? Why are we so allergic to the goddamn bunt? I don't understand it. And it's so embarrassing, because Frazier is that prototypical guy that needs to bunt, especially at the bottom of the order if you're going to set it up for Neto, because that would have had a runner at third with Neto up there with him able to drive the ball to the outfield easily. That would have scored a run. Instead, we strand the runner at second, because I think it was after d'Arnaud had hit that double. And I think Neto did hit the home run anyway, so it didn't matter. But in other situations, why the fuck are you not bunting? So pitching performances for the Angels tonight, it was Kwanowitz, 4 innings pitched, 94 pitches, third straight game in a row where the guy can't finish 5 innings because Kikuchi and Detmers and now Kwanowitz were fucking around too much in the zone, not being too aggressive, not trusting their stuff. And yes, they were keeping the ball down and in the ballpark, but still you are not able to, if you're messing around too much, you won't finish games. Silseth did a good job in innings pitched, allowed a hit, got a strikeout. Bachman did a good job, although he did put 2 men on with 2 walks. A little wild. You'd want him to be more in the strike zone. 18 of his 34 pitches for strikes. So, yeah, that's kind of half. So that's not really good. Pomerantz got beat around a little bit, 17 pitches, although we all know that should have been strike 3. So, and then for Emiya, or whatever you say his name is, his rookie debut for Houston, it was a bullpen game for them because it was three hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 74 pitches in just 2 2/3 innings. The scoring went down like this. Vasquez would single to right. Luke Perifidu would score. Walker scored, and Smith went to third. It was 2-0 in the second. And then another seeing eye single to the right side. Smith scored. It was 3-0. Then Vasquez scored on an error by Mancada, 4-0. And you were figuring that this game was over. However, Soler came up with a bases loaded, and he would drive one down the line. It would hook right before the foul line, emptying the bases. Even Shonowell came around. It was 4-3 at that point. Then Adele singled to left to score Soler, a clutch hit right there to make it 4-4. Then Neto came up after Travis d'Arnaud doubled, and they weren't able to move the guy over. That would make it 6-4, and you're feeling pretty good at that point. However, Walker would double to right in the 5th inning. Altuve and would score, and Paredes would score because that ball just got out of the reach right there. That made it 6-6. And then all tied up with the Angels doing nothing for 4 straight innings. Paredes would double to right because the catch was not made by Jorge Soler in right field, as Soler helped Pomerantz, or didn't help Pomerantz, but he did help. I think it was Lowe that made the catch earlier in the game. He helped Kwanowitz. Soler helped Kwanowitz, but then Josh Lowe saved a couple runs earlier himself. But this one was for naught. It was off the wall. Then Altuve comes through to rub salt in the wound to make it 9-6. The Angels actually scored a run and had the tying and go-ahead runs at the plate, but could not get it together as Mancada. Mancada got 7 straight fastballs down the middle and was looking at them or fouling them off. The last one was egregious. You have to protect the plate. You swung on the other ones. I mean, I guess you could think there was a changeup coming or an off-speed or a sweeper or something, but if he's throwing at the same motion, you got to protect the plate either way, and that was right down the fucking middle. If you just put the barrel on it, maybe something good happens, but that's how they lose and the Angels fall. And again, this one really sucks because I know this team isn't excelente. I know it's not 100% great, and it's not a World Series contender, not even a playoff contender. But it's a team that can do damage. It's a team that can, on most nights, either compete or beat most teams. I will put it out there that they can do it if they play to the strengths of their ability, which is to not go for the home run. Like Trout has been shortening up his swing a little bit. Other guys have been making more and better contact, working walks, utilizing speed, and then also playing good defense. However, in 2 games where they have lost, bad defense, Mancada, Ohapi, and then the opportunities in the bullpen have not been there. And then, again, you can say what you want about that strike, but Pomerantz put it in that position to where they got those big hits. Too much over the plate. Again, you have mediocre bullpen, and that's going to hurt you. So through the first 4 games, it's definitely frustrating. The Angels pull up to 2-2. I really felt that, again, you could say what you want to say. I think last night's game should have been more of a win than today because it was back and forth. I can accept a loss like this. I think Mateo said in the comments yesterday, he said, I can accept a loss like this after blowing a 6-run lead. I can't. When you have a 6-run lead, you by all means have to win that game. So yesterday, I feel like was more of a kick in the crotch than today. I think yesterday you should have won, and whatever today was gravy or icing on the cake. And the fact that you blew this one, a 6-4 lead, I can understand that with the team and the pieces they have together more than I can yesterday's 6-0 collapse and allowing 11 straight runs. That one still stings to me. That one is going to be a game where if the Angels fall 3 or 4 games short of a postseason wild card, I'm thinking back to this first week of the season and being like, yep, shouldn't have lost that third game of the season to Houston. That was bullshit. So that's my opening rant right there. A little longer than I would like it, but there it is. Let's get into I don't have any highlights for today. I didn't really get those together in time. So no highlights to show other than, you'll catch them on the Heedy Sports Center. I'll have those ready for the Heedy Sports Center. So you want to stay tuned for that. I'll have that after. I'll be posting that on our social media. I can't put on YouTube because YouTube's pretty stupid about allowing me to put the music of ESPN with it. So screw them, copyrights and all that crap. Can't make good content, I guess, unless YouTube feels it's okay or deemed okay. But anyway, I've got I will have the highlights later on, like I said, on the Heedy Sports Center. But let's get into the awards, shall we? Because this one was not a good finish for your Angels. And you know what? It wasn't a buttercup. You know what? I think it was a buttercup because Savage Garden loss is a loss when you lose from first pitch to last pitch. A buttercup is when you had a lead, and well, they had a lead.
Here we go again.
Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from.
At least it was safe and affordable.
Well, there you go right there. Buttercup again.
Oh no! Oh no! What happened? What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just terrible! That's just awful! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
And I'll tell you right now, when they didn't challenge that call and Perez beats them deep on that one big hit, I was like this.
You fools! Ah! Ah!
So yeah, right there, getting the loss, and very, very frustrating. Tough loss again, and Houston, of all teams, Houston gets the victory. I can't stand it, man. So two in a row.
Oh no! We suck again.
Yep. So again, you got 6 strikeouts of Houston batters. They had 9 walks. That's going to kill you too. Again, the Angels did really good hitting wise as far as working 8 walks, getting the 7 hits, putting 15 guys on base, but you struck out 13 times. Houston was able to control theirs a little bit, 6 times getting strikeouts. And again, they didn't kill the ball in this series at all. They just found the hole, and that really killed them in the long run. But the Angels lose this one 9-7 and fall to 2-2. So we're hoping that they can come back here against Chicago. Chicago's got some really good pitching. We'll talk about that as well. Let's give out the awards before we get to your comments and phone calls later on. Let's talk about the Golden Stamos, the best player of the game, and let's see who gets it.
Perfection is John Stamos. John Stamos. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Stamos Award.
You know, I would say for one that if there was a good I don't know where the echoes are coming from. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If it's my audio or the echoes from the video. Anyway, there was if it wasn't for Soler missing that ball and him having the 3-run hit, if he makes the catch along with am I getting double talk here? Someone's saying I'm getting double talk. I don't know what the hell's going on right there, but should be fine, dude. I don't know why. Yeah, see, I don't understand it. Only your videos. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Get your shit together. The phones should be good today. All right, so here we go again. Back to it. What I've been saying about the Angels right now, 9-7. If Soler makes that play, I think he gets the Golden Stamos tonight. I think if he makes that catch, we're talking about him saving 2 runs. We might still be playing in extras. Who knows? And, he also had made a fantastic catch earlier, plus a 3-run double. I would have given him the nachos. However, as far as clutch is concerned, Paredes, an Angel killer, that 2-run shot, a 2-run double, I should say, was very clutch. He gets your John Stamos Award of the night. So there you go right there. And then we will talk about now the Nacho Night. Who gets Nacho Night award?
So that was really your best tonight, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, the Nacho Night Award.
The Nacho Night Award's gonna go to, I guess. There's some players out there, but listen, certain things trump certain things. You have like defensive plays that could trump it, a real a pitcher that just gets lit up. It's very hard to beat a hat trick in strikeouts, and Soler had a hat trick. However, he had the 3-run double, and he had that fantastic catch. This guy also made a fantastic catch. But I think as soon as he struck out for the 4th time, I got a notification on my phone from one Grill Master, and I'm giving him the credit. Grill Master called it, and I have to agree. It has to be Josh Lowe. You strike out 4 times. That is very hard to beat. 4 times. You had 4 at-bats, and you struck out 4 goddamn times. You didn't produce anything. At least if you were grounding out or popping out or doing something like that, and you had a Moncada night where he went 0 for 4, but he didn't strike out, he did strike out once. But I could live with that because at least you're putting the barrel of the bat on the ball and maybe it just didn't go your way. But when you're striking out 4 times, that's pretty bad. 3 times is terrible. Twice is at the limit. You get it to 3, that's terrible. I mean, you automatically are in the running for Nacho Night, and then you get a golden sombrero with 4. That's absolutely, it's yours. Someone has to really fuck up for them to get the nachos. You could say honor, a little side nachos, like a little just with cheese, go to Suzuki for not helping out Pomerantz right there, and then possibly getting that strike 3 to end the game, or in the inning. But no, that's just how it goes right there. So it's strange to saying Josh is giving me some Taylor Ward vibes. Damn, I hope not. But this game was won and lost because the Angels did not capitalize where Houston did, man. And that's the problem. The Angels did fill up the scoreboard the first 4 innings, but then failed to put much. I mean, they got a couple guys on here and there, but they did not do much after that. So with that being said, let's jump into some of your comments as we now got the awards out the way, and we'll talk about Boo Bear's Mama. Thank you so much right there. At least we have Heedy back. I can live. Appreciate that right there. Let's go to some of these from the start up here, and we're going to jump into Mateo saying Spritz o'clock. Also, Angels set the all-time record in a season, 1,900 strikeouts last year. Normal teams are about 13. They had 16 last year. Angels will also have runs against at over 900. Kwanowitz is not MLB material. Let's see. Grillmaster says should have used that challenge right there. You can't call out umpiring at all this series. The team has to remember that the ABS challenges exist, especially in the biggest moments of the game, tied in the 8th inning. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not time to send O'Hoppy down. Let's see. Also, Spritz me. Patrick O'Neill says, or Patrick Carrillo says, Todd, I know what to make you feel better. Balls in my mouth. That always gets me for some reason. He sometimes walks by me too where I'm sitting at, and he'll just be like,
For you to check out what I want. I want balls and
in his mouth. MVP says Logan Mancata. There is a bad echo. I don't know what is going on with the echoes. Because we had no issues with that earlier, so I don't understand. Also, another great pitching outing right there. It was an incoming rant. Another loss that should have been a win. Yeah, dude, that should have been a win today, dude. There is no doubt about it. That should have been a win, but yesterday was even worse.
One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never, ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team. You all got your heads so far up your butts, you can't even see the light of day. Each and every one of you.
Wayne Randazzo did keep his he had a really nice take about them not challenging. Saucy says score 9, then 7, get 0 runs. That is a problem. Also, Hoppy has literally given the Astros 5 free runs in this series. The chair, my boy James, says bullpen showing that they are the weakest link on the club. You are correct, sir. Also, we should have won 3 out of 4, if not a sweep. Again, yeah, look, a split isn't even fine in this one, Growmaster. I think you're right. Your first take was right. Should have won 3 out of 4. Also, Growmaster says balls, and looking at strike 3 down the middle. That's embarrassing.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
down the middle. Also, vote for Bond says, and we didn't even get any good coochie this week either. Also, don't worry, Mike Maddox is going to fix everything, Saucy says. Mario says, so pitching is still an issue, just like 12 years ago. I think Lombardi has something to say about that. John says, ready to hang Suzuki from the Big A. I promise you Trout was good to go in center field today. He could have been. I mean, I don't know why we're already resting guys or saying that they can't do it, but putting Soler in right field is definitely a liability every time you do it. Saucy says, it just sucks because ownership had a real shot to invest in this team and give them half a chance. And that's all we're asking, Saucy. Saucy hits the nail on the head, dude. We're not asking for a super team. So we're not asking Artie to put the payroll where the Dodgers is at. Not even close. Just get some competent players in the field so where we can feel better and be like, okay, we have an opportunity. Beef up the bullpen. Give us one more starter. Give us one contact guy. That's not going to kill you. It's going to make you more money, you fucking dumbass. Skull says trade Jorge Soler. Sorry about that. I had to rip him. Every time I think of stupid Artie. Jim says, hey, welcome to Angels Baseball, 500, build me up Buttercup, feeling like the same old way after 4 games. At least it was affordable to watch, and it was safe from the confines of your home. Benji says, Angels on top, not this time. Grillmaster says, should have challenged. Why did we forget about ABS? Also, don't mind my profile. I lost a bet. Okay. Artie Sucks says, I need a Todd meltdown ASAP. I think you got one. Frost Blaze says 4 games into the season are already a clusterfuck. A lot of good, but a lot of bad mental mistakes. And that's the problem. You can pull some clean plays out of this team in the first 4 games. And you can say, man, I really enjoyed this, or I really enjoyed that, or this looks better. This looks better. And then you can look back and say, nope, that looks like last year. Oh, God, that's worse than last year. Oh, shit, why do we do this? So it has been, just like the series, a split performance. Mancata is the new statue Taylor Ward at the end of the game. What the fuck? Artie says Soler and Mancata really going to look at strike 3 down the dick. Yep. Management dropped the ball managing the bullpen. It's a work in progress along with D's nuts. It sure is, dude. It sure is. And where is that? There it is.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Wayne has actually been calling out the correct things so far this season. He hasn't been honkish. That has been nice to see. Ohapi and Low, Nacho Knight, Golden Sombrero, and a failed challenge. Also, good afternoon, Todd Fox. Angels had to win this series 100% with errors and runners in scoring position. Wake up, Angels. Also, Kurt sat like statue Stassi. Isn't it wonderful that you have guys who learn from each other? Who remembers Stassi sat hit there when we had a fight against the Mariners 4 years ago? And Statue Stassi is currently on the team. He is one of the catching coaches, if not the catching coach. Jim says, ABS, anti-lock brake system, give Kurt a break. Mario says the only people to blame in this organization is the ownership and who they hire. It starts at the top. I can't blame any coaches or players. So you mean we only have this guy to blame?
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
You know, he does look good in brown. I have to give him that right there. He does look good in brown. Let's see. Also, Suzuki was thinking about Wakaki sneaky between the cheeky. Oh, jeez. Also, buckle down, boys. It's going to be a long, frustrating season. Mateo says you get out of it what you put into it. So he's talking about this.
Let me tell you something about my guy, John Stamos. So I was able to go in the back bedroom and unscrew the old
balls and running up my butt right now.
You get out of it what you put into it. John Stamos
Choked on me.
He was so great.
We made 6 errors in this series. Mankata and Ohapi made 2 each. That's pathetic. I thought Ohapi made 3. The team made me pissed off today. Come on, wake up, Angels. You should have won this series, Jesus says. Capsule says, wonder whoever was defending Ohapi the other day in the Heedy Angels season prediction podcast. How you feeling now, bud? So Mateo says, if you take the challenge, you go to the 9th inning tied at 6. Carrie says, the thing is the manager can't challenge balls and strikes. Only the pitcher, catcher, and the hitter can challenge balls and strikes. Then they should have been on top of it. Do you think the hitting coach is – because I've seen it by both. I don't even know, and I'm not questioning you, Carrie. Maybe that is true, but I've heard both sides. I've heard that the catcher and the coach can. But then again, I may be wrong. I don't know because I thought it was just a tap of the cap. But I don't know. Maybe he should have signed over to Darno or Ohapi to challenge. Do you think the hitting coaches are embracing analytics too much more of teaching the thing? I think they are in a way, Grill, because they are leaning still to some stupidity with instead of doing small ball, they're leaning still heavily on analytics instead of putting the bunt down. So yes, I still think that they're preaching better about contact and things of that nature, but we're still relying heavily on stupid analytics. Demetrio says nothing like some Sunday afternoon anal from Houston. Go anals. Grillmaster says Robert Stevenson, the Rendon of pitchers. Abso-fucking-lutely. Mario says I'm always going to say nothing will change until ownership does. Oh shit, here we go again. And you know you can't argue that one bit.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Also, Mateo says Bachman is okay. Who's our long man? Urena down in the AAA. No, Urena's still up there. I don't know who they're going to put as a long man. It might be Silseth, but Bachman seems to be a guy that's going to be thrown in there too. I thought they would use him as a closer until one of these dudes comes back, either Kirby or Joyce. Balls, and looking at strike 3 down the middle. Boo Bear's mommy says, hey, Heedy. And just like that, we're at 500 after a good, solid start. Tyler says Trout hitting the fastball. Q Lombardi. He has looked much, much better from last year, and it's only 4 games.
What the hell's going on out here?
We could have used Ward. No, we couldn't have. Omar says we should have taken the series 3 out of 4 easily, but of course the Angels gave away at least 2 games. Soler and Mankata freezing like a pregnancy test was positive. balls, and airs.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
John Stamos.
Airs. One more loss that should have been a win. Also, nachos for Lowe. We did give that to Lowe. Jack K. Mike says Jack K. has no business being on the MLB roster. Mario says Phil Nevin philosophy is still with the team. We don't chase wins. Also, Girl says it's a good thing we only allowed 1 homer all series. I mean, we let up a ton of them last year. That's true. They got to keep it down. Did you know the Angels are leading the league in walks? No, I didn't, but that is encouraging. The bullpen is going to lose us a whole lot of games this year, Brett says. Mike also checks in with, I can't even name the Angels 2026 bullpen. Grill says, when are the injured batting bullpen arms due back? They're currently on 15-day ILs. I think one is on a 10-day IL, so possibly sometime around the homestand. Jim says, what would Harry Carey say about the Angels coming to Wrigley Field tomorrow after blowing the last 2 games out of the Astros? He'd probably say, hey, the Chicago Cubs are taking on the Angels. And the Angels are coming in. They used to be from Los Angeles. They moved to Anaheim. They changed to California. And then they moved back to Los Angeles. And they're losing 2 games in a row. And he drinks a shot of bourbon. Fisting says, just buying a sick new desktop with a 5090. So when the Angels lose, I can feel better about playing some games. There you go. You got to get your gaming setups ready. ABS is definitely exposing the umpires for being awful. They are making so many mistakes behind that the ABS cannot be used as often as it needs to be. Also, Mike says, Game 3, we were up 6-0. I step outside and come back, and we're losing. What the fuck? Yeah, yesterday was a clusterfuck. Trash Halo says, it's only Game 4. The season starts tomorrow. Yes, the great Roger Lodge says, don't worry about anything. Just buy your tickets and give it all to Artie Moreno, because why?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Grillmaster says there's going to be some weather in Chicago near the end of the series. Delays could be possible Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, it's going to be a long season, Mike says. Balls, and getting kicked in them. And that is tough, man.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
John Stamos.
Getting kicked in them. I will let you know later this week. Also, 2 winnable games in the loss column. Mike says, Todd, your backdrop is awesome. Thank you so much. Got a bunch of my jerseys right here. Got some bobbleheads. Got some hats. I'm going to have some more minor league stuff. It's going to be pretty trippy up in here. So I'll be adding more to it. And got all kinds of Angels baseball cards to the wall. So it's pretty sick. Kurt drives a Suzuki. I bet it's quite safer and affordable. Geez. Also, your videos are echoing. That's awesome. I think that was earlier. Let's see. Also, I think we are offering the same way, even the commentators right there. Let's see. Also, Kurt Suzuki saying, oh, no, we suck again. He could picture him in the hat. I should alter that video a little bit.
No, we suck again.
To where it is actually that way with him talking. I think everybody was feeling the same way about and not telling him that pitch. Even Wayne was talking about it in the commentary, and he did it right away too. Also, this team is full of angel killers. Isaac Paredes, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, Ramon Laureano, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Correa, Corey Seager, and Andrew Benintendi. Those are the angel killers right there. Also, let's see, Todd, I still need to send you the pictures from, yes, you do. Send it to Halos in the Infield podcast at yahoo.com. Let's see, that's all about the phone calls right here. Seth Buttercups every time. How on the earth is he in the big leagues? That was a missed draft pick as well, dude. I'm telling you. The entire bullpen has Buttercupped, Eric says. Also, Mike checks in with Angels are cursed until Artie Moreno is a goner. Also, Patrick Carrillo says, I missed the Nightmare Fuel Nacho Night Monkey from last year. Honestly, the new one is kind of underwhelming. It needs to be more disturbing. Also, my neighbor who passed away was a lifelong Cubs fan. I remember the day he said Artie Moreno was going to ruin the Angels, and here we are. He knew what he was talking about. If Mancada continues to play like shit, just bring up Moore and put him at third. At least he can fucking hit. And you could even put up Kyron Paris, who, again, is a guy with speed and a guy who can make contact. Yes, he got off track last year, but I think he learned his lesson. Wayne is from Chicago. He keeps it real. Oh, I forgot it was Chicago, not New York. 2 games in, I'm already stressing, Mateo says. Patrick says, I love to scream at so many people, always stare at me like I'm crazy, but I don't care. It's a heady inside joke. That's when he says balls in his mouth. Also, Ohapi can't throw for shit. He's already thrown it into the outfield on the third base side, the second base side, and first base. That's pretty hard to do in the first 3 games, but he did it. He accomplished it. yet have a bat, take it off your shoulder, and swing the bat when it's down the middle. Mateo says, Willow Hoppy gets sent down if he struggles more. He's got to struggle a lot more before they even consider that. Kobe says, Artie can't even field a good broadcast technical crew, high school audio-visual department. And on top of that, guys and gals, he still has the radio version of Mark Langston and Terry Smith calling the games remotely from Anaheim Stadium. He doesn't even pay for them to go on the road. Johan Moncada went to the same school as Max Stassi. Stas, not how you do it, man. Stand there like a statue. Managers can't challenge, so there you go, Yukon Goldie. These guys are supposed to know. And at least if they can't challenge, you got to shout at your catcher to challenge. I mean, if you're going to argue a call from the bullpen, you should be able to say something. So you guys are right there. So we all learned today. Todd said Artie looks good in brown. Is that because he's Mexican? No, it's not. What he was wearing on that video, you dick. Tyler says, I feel like Ohapi's confidence is shaky, but I bet he didn't want to challenge anything. True. Todd Urano got sent down prior today. Sean Anderson. Oh, that's even better. That's even better, the fact that we got Sean Anderson coming up. That guy's worse. Give it away should be the mantra for today. Balls, and churros in his mouth. Angels fight on, says Jack Kwanowitz pitched well. That Soler error in right or should have been an error inflated that ERA. Also, Mateo says we lost 2 games because Todd isn't wearing the anal. I'm wearing the anal when they win. I'm not going to wear it when they lose because that's a win-win-win. Whether we could be a problem in the Cubbies series, mainly Tuesday and definitely Wednesday. We'll check on that right now. Also, Harry Carey's restaurant is in Chicago. It's actually really good. I've ate there too. It's a pretty good spot right there. This loss was fat. And I think Scott Steiner has a little something to say about that.
Fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out.
Just gotta calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat.
Tyler says, remember last year the bats started hot and then they turned into Artie's micro penis in the middle of Antarctica. I hope for an affordable experience at both Angels and Ducks games. Artie sucks. Also, where's the baby oil? Let's get down here right now. Let's see. Ohapi has the yips. Bears beat the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl next year. Too early? Yes, very early. Seahawks are going to win that game. Rando says Sean Anderson for the 10th time, and then he'll be DFA'd again by Thursday. That's true, dude. I don't know why you keep bringing these guys back. I don't know why they keep accepting the assignments. Oh, I know, because no other team will take them. That's why. I have a good feeling about tomorrow game having Johnson on the mound, but then again, what the fuck do I know? Also, fly ball to left field. Let's try to drive with Honda. I got to get that Honda commercial, dude. I swear to God. Thank you right there, Tyler, giving us the thumbs up on a good show. Angels win 9-7. If you have anything you want to say, you know what? We're going to try it. We are going to try it. We are going to try the goddamn phone calls for the 4th time, and I believe I have it right. Now, I said that the other day. Was I right? No. Can I be right this time? Possibly. We'll see. So try calling in, and if not, then we'll just move on. But while we do that, let's talk about the scores real quick. The shitfucks are in Seattle for a 4th time. The Mariners will try to even that series up as a shitfucks lead that series. The Royals get their first win of the year. They win 4-1 in Atlanta. The Orioles win 8-6. Let me see what our good boy and friend Taylor Ward did. He got his first hit. He's batting .091 for your Baltimore Orioles at leadoff for some reason. The Rangers beat the Phillies 8-3. The Blue Jays are 3-0, beating the Sacramento Oakland Athletics 5-2. You had the Reds over the Red Sox. The Reds are now 2-1. The Marlins are 3-0 with a walk-off against the Rockies. The Pirates get their first win of the year, 4-3 in New York. You had the White Sox blowing a 7-1 lead to the Brewers. The Brewers come back and win. They are undefeated. They win 9-7. The Rays over the Cardinals 11-7, and the Nationals are now 2-1 as they defeat the Cubs in Wrigley 6-3. So there you go right there. Those are your games going forward. Now let's talk about the upcoming game for your Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles of California, of Western Hemisphere of the Republic of China. let's talk about that next game, shall we? And let me click on it right now. It's a little slow. And let's get the pitching matchups as we'll talk about it here. Monday, March 30th, 4:40 p.m. start here. It's going to be Ryan Johnson on the mound. He will be opposed by Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera last year went 8-7 with a 3.53 ERA. Ryan Johnson was up here for a cool minute before he went all the way down to single A, almost rookie ball, and then worked his way up, had a fantastic minor league season, almost got back up to the majors. But he came in last year. I think he threw, let's see. He had 7 ERA last year. 0-1. He threw about, how many innings? 14 2/3. He was lit up a little bit, has fantastic stuff. He had a really, really nice spring. Him and Kawano had a really nice spring, so we'll see what happens there. The other remaining games will be Soriano back on the mound against Talion. I think it's Jameson. Jameson Talon. Last year, he was 11-7 with a 3.68 ERA. He will be opposed by Soriano, who Soriano last year was, I want to catch his record here and just popped off on me. Sorry. His record last year was 10-11 with a 4.26 ERA. You look to have him better. He did pitch good in his first start, so that's very encouraging. So Talon versus Soriano will be a good matchup. I think Grillmaster was talking about could be rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's game's a little tricky. That's 11:20 start here on the West Coast on a Wednesday. It will be Yusei Kikuchi taking on Matthew Boyd. So we'll see what Boyd does as he got lit up his first time out in game 2 against the Nationals. But that doesn't mean anything. It's a new team, new opponent. I got to see if the Angels are going to be more and more patient at the plate and they could work down those strikeouts and get some offense in Wrigley. It would be nice to take 2 out of 3. So if they could take 2 out of 3 and get the Rally Chris special before coming home and being, 4-3, I think that would be very encouraging when Seattle comes to town along with Atlanta for a 6-game homestand to start the season. So we'll see what happens there. Thank you very much, Tyler Mugg, for the super sticker. Appreciate that right there. Patrick Carrillo just says he took some pictures. I'll have that posted up. It's too early in the season, but clearly they need to get their shit together. And I think he means a little bit of this right here.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together. Put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, take it somewhere. Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
So I guess, do we have any phone calls? Or we don't know. Still don't have no phone calls. I think people are scared to call. It is there if you want to use it. If not, it is what it is. Since I still got an echo, that is okay. How about now? Do I have an echo now? Because I don't understand. The only time I saw an echo is when I clicked the phones into use. So maybe that's the echo. I don't know. If there's an echo right now while I'm talking, then I don't know what the fuck's going on because I have nothing else plugged in. I have nothing else started on here. So we'll see. So it says only the videos on. Yeah, that is so freaking weird, dude. See, I'm hearing double 2. So you have that right there. Sounds like. I'm sorry. I don't know why there is any kind of echoes. There shouldn't be no echoes. We had this figured out the other day. See, this is the beauty of being part of this thing because we are independent. We don't have any big studio or anything producing our shit. So it's a good and bad thing. When we actually do make good stuff, it's it sounds like sound bites are echoing everything. I don't know what to tell you, man. I literally don't know what to tell you on that one because we shouldn't be having any problems right now. There should just be like, I don't know. Maybe it's the Angels that are causing all the frustration. I don't understand. It is what it is. So I guess nobody wants to call. So fuck it. At some point, we will have phone calls. At some point, people can call in. But until then, it is what it is. Let's see. Edward Cabrera is a tough matchup tomorrow. Great stuff. Wicked changeup. Can get up to the early 90s. Lots of spin. You have to be patient versus him tomorrow. Patrick says one of with them as myself and my mother in it. The day I was at Wrigley Field was like 9 degrees. Holy shit. Yeah, it is super hot. Can I get a Roger Lodge with the James? Why not? Roger and James, I guess the producer to the Stars that passed away some time ago, he'd be like, guys, we need to get more positive as we go into Chicago and to play the Wrigley Field Chicago Cubs. We got to be positive. So no more calls to my line and about bitching and moaning. We need to be positive that Suzuki and all the other guys have failed at certain key situations and making certain issues or making issues into something because we're not making the right calls or the right judgments. You got to forget all that, because why? Winning is not in our top priority, right, James? James? And then James would, is not there, obviously. And the producer is a young, goofy looking kid with freckles and all kinds of zits on his face and grease. And he's like, hey, Roger, my name's not James, it's Curtis. And then he's like, okay, James, show me the highlight of Mike Trout's home run to distract these idiots on AM 830. So here we go.
Roger, my name's not James.
What's up, Mario?
What's up, Todd? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent as always. But yeah, I won't take up too much of your time, bro. Like, I know it was a shitty ass game. What are you gonna do? But fucking, how do you feel about my Bears stealing your Seahawks safety?
Look, I like Kobe Bryant. I really didn't like the fact we didn't sign him back. I think they're saving money for, obviously they did with JSN, and then they're going to do the same with Witherspoon when he comes up. But I'm frustrated, man. I know you guys are going to be in the mix. That's for damn sure next year. So that's going to be pretty crazy to watch. But getting back,
I think so too. I think we might meet in the playoffs. I won't turn this into a football show. I'm sorry, but hopefully you put out some stuff for the Halos home opener. If you guys are going to tailgate on the Big A, I'm going to be there with my family, and I can't wait to see you guys if you guys are going to be under there somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to be there on Saturday. On Friday, we're going to kind of be messing around in the parking lot, and then also we might be hanging out where Los Cholos is, which is going to be where Halos Tees is going to be. But on Saturday, we're going to be there, and we're going to be we're going to have mezzo wings, so that'll be cool. And then we're going to have beer and other stuff right there, some games. I'll have some cornhole, so if you win some cornhole games, you could get some free stuff. We'll probably have some raffles and stuff like that too. So it should be pretty fun.
Well, beer, I'm kind of sold on that. So
I had you at beer,
right,
didn't I?
You had me at beer.
All right, that's cool.
All right, brother, you take care, man. Have the rest of the good show, and I'll see you guys soon.
You got it. Appreciate the call, Mario.
No worries. Later.
See, Mario was game enough to call up and check in, and it works. So the phones are working. Now we got an echo. So now, note to our boy right there. It's the Halo Honk line.
Did you say tacos?
Yes. You got Los Cholos tacos on Friday, my man.
Oh my God.
And here's the thing. All you got to do is go down there and I think mention Halo Tees or us, and you get free tacos, dude. I'm telling you, 4 free tacos. I don't know about the drink, but that's what I'm told, 4 free tacos. So you can't beat that, because I think most of it's been paid for already.
I went July 25th last year before the Mariner game, me and my friend Tom. It was like one of the best tacos I probably ever had. Other from that one we went to in Bellflower.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta try both of those again, within moderation, of course.
Well, yeah, it's moderation. But I got to tell you, though, next time we go, dude, and this is, no homo right off the bat, but their burritos are huge, so me and you have to share one, because, I'm trying to hold back myself. You're making good gains on your weight loss, and I got to get there too. And those burritos, if I eat one, I'm going to put on like 20 pounds, bro.
We're going to split that in 4 somehow. we're not Lady in the Trap. We're not gonna do that.
No. I want to share your burrito, but not like that.
Hey, no. Hey man, yeah, it felt like a disappointment. You know, I've been able to listen pretty much to all the games, and I haven't been at work or at the Clipper games here in Oceanside. But man, it feels like a disappointment not getting 3 out of 4. Of course, again, what I thought would be the bullpen would be the weakest link, and it is already. I'm just wondering, is Tyler Yates, is he on the IL or he's not being used?
He's on the IL along with Stevenson and Ben Joyce.
Shoot, it's a 60-day. Okay, that's what I was wondering. 'Cause I haven't seen him, or I haven't really seen late in games. And Drew Pomerantz, like I mentioned in that preview show, it seems like he had his last good, decent year last year with Chicago, and that's about it. Once you get to a certain age, I think you're done eventually. Especially if you come to the Angels. Once you get to a certain age with the Angels, you come here late in your career, you're not going to be as good. But Soler kind of helped out there. That was really good. But Makata, I just feel like he's going to really be a disappointment. Like, he's been a disappointment his whole career. Let's just call it what it is. But, being drafted high with Chicago or being, prospect high and selling there. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to they're going to Wrigley. Are they going to play the White Sox or the Cubs? I forget.
They're playing the Cubs.
Chicago, oh yeah. Okay, yeah. The Cubs, all right. Yeah, I get confused with all this interleague throughout the year. It used to be just 1 month of it, and I think everybody was okay with it. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you Friday. I gotta do more shorts. Saturday, what's all going on there?
Saturday, I'll be early at the stadium. I'll be setting up. We're going to have mezzo wings there, I believe, from 2 to 5, maybe 5:30, because I know it'll be – I think the game is 6:40, so I think it will be 3 to 6. I think that we'll close it out there right before I know it's an hour before the game time, so he'll close it out there. We're going to have discounted wings. Because it's like buy one tray, get one for half off, get 10% off. You get free. Also, you get free fries. There's going to be onion rings there too. We'll have drinks and stuff like that in games. So we're just going to be hanging out, tailgating for a couple hours before the game, and then we'll probably mix in a pregame show, a short one, and then we're going to be doing the postgame from the parking lot. So it should be an all day thing.
Wow. Like I'm torn. Like, should I go to the Ducks game instead? I'm really torn because I got into hockey, this year especially. So, yeah, go Ducks, and we'll see about the Angels. And really quick, like I said in the chat, you should do a short about all the stuff you have behind you. I think people would really like to see what bobbleheads you have, with jerseys, with hats. You have a great collection there. You could tell you did a transformation back there.
Yeah, and still not done too. I still got some other stuff to put up, but yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I think I'll do that when I get a couple, maybe when they have a day off or something. And then I do know that a couple, I think not this weekend, but the following weekend, I might be able to get some Duck stuff from the what was it called, from the parking lot. I do want to do a post game show with the Ducks outside of a game too. So, because we're getting to that point, dude, they're going to be hitting the playoffs, and we're going to have to mix. We're going to have to really put the Ducks in the mix, dude.
At least someone's winning in Anaheim or Orange Country. All right, yeah, it's going to be great seeing everybody, and I haven't even got my tickets yet. So, family 4-pack.
I'm working on it because I should know by Tuesday. I went and filmed a commercial with Ron Holtz, so look for that on social media. And then he's going to give me some tickets in person on Tuesday. So there you go.
Hopefully we run into Kraus in the parking lot.
There you go. Yes.
All right, Todd, and everybody, check you later.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. That's the great James calling in right there, helping us out on the phones right there as we wrap this one up, man. Mario says the Buena Park has a Portillo's. They do have some really good Chicago dogs and sandwiches. I went to Kohl's yesterday, which is closing down Oh, here we go. There's another call. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, it's Grill Master.
What's up, Grill?
It's been a long time since I've been on the show to call.
Yes, yes, it has. So make it good. Let's hear what you got.
About 2 seasons or so. Do you have possibly a ticket for me for next Saturday against Seattle? Would love to come out. Say hi to y'all.
I'm working on that. Like I said, I'm talking with Ron because he's the prices have gone up on some of the tickets, so he's trying to see how much he's going to get from brokers. But he is going to give me a lot of tickets for these upcoming series. So I should have a bunch of them to raffle off, give away, sell, whatever. And then we're definitely going to raffle off some diamond clubs. I don't know which ones are there for sure though. So, but I do know I'm going to get a set or two for opening day. Not sure about Saturday, but like I said, I'll work with him on Tuesday with that.
Okay, is tailgate going to be at one of the bars, or are we going to be at Angel Stadium parking lot?
It's going to be the Angel Stadium parking lot.
All right. I'm somehow thinking about going to the Ducks game too. Do you think you might do Ducks tickets, or are you sticking to the Angels until maybe the Ducks make the playoffs?
I'm going to be doing Ducks tickets too, but we might have a couple for the final games of the season because they do have a 5-game homestand coming up, and then I'm going to try to score some playoff tickets too.
I've been wanting to get one of my friends out to the playoffs, or perhaps if we get the whole Heedy crew to go to a game.
That would be amazing, but let's take one game at a time, man. Like I said, when I know, you'll know.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, hopefully you take it from me. I would love to see you all next weekend. It's been a while.
You got it. It sure has. All right, Grill Master, thanks for the call, man.
Let's go get that win. Let's go get a win on Monday against the Cubbies.
Let's do it, man. All right, brother. That's Grill Master checking in right there. So with that being said, I think it's been a good show. Although not a good result with a win, would have been much, much better. Losing this one was definitely tough. 9-7 in a series that you should have won. They were playing pretty cleanly up until yesterday. If you would have lost today, I'm all right with that. But losing yesterday was the one that killed me because there's no excuse for that. There's no reason to lose. They should be 3-1 going into Chicago, but it is what it is. Let's recoup, like Grill Master says, win that first game, take it one game at a time. Ryan Johnson on the mound, and we'll see if the Angels can get the job done. So with that being said, everybody have a good rest of your day. I'm going to play you guys off with Buttercup because that's what they did to us, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Here we go again.
Why do you build me up, Buttercup, baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from.
At least it was safe and affordable.